Hi, everybody. Debbie Kelly here, field specialist in horticulture in Jefferson County. I had just recently a small scale produce grower ask me for plans on how to build an easy wash station or wash table for his farm. So I did a little bit of research and I found a couple of good publications that have plans and all the details that you need to know with the quantities of what you need to purchase, as well as the size and how many. And it was just really some great information, and I wanted to make sure I shared that with you all today. So let's get started with this. First of all, let's look at some of the food safety basics. Things that you really need to make sure that you understand is that you have to use a lot of non-porous surfaces when you're cleaning your produce to help reduce the microbial contamination, because you definitely don't want any contamination of your produce, especially when you're selling it to your customers and consumers, because you definitely don't want them to get sick. So make sure that everything you use is a non-porous surface that you can easily wash. You want to make sure that any kind of joints or parts that are put together are sealed really well to prevent any debris, any contamination, any prevention of contaminated water to seep in and cause any kind of contamination. The surface of the table needs to be also so that it is non-porous and also will not allow water to pool on the top of that table. And that's also very important to understand. You also want to make sure that you have easy access to all of the angles and all of the areas of the wash station so that you can clean the wash station itself after you're done cleaning your produce for that day. So here is something that we need to think about as far as requirements for produce safety is we want to make sure that you have a modular design that allows for easy expansion and to be able to reorganize that wash area so that as your farm continues to grow and scale up, or if you're changing your products that you're growing, so that you can adapt and use the same material over again for creating your wash station. Again, we want it to be non-porous. I can't stress that enough because we don't want those little microbes to get caught in some of those little holes or areas. And we want to be able to sanitize all of this as well. So it has to be easy to clean. We also, especially for small scale, want it to be very inexpensive. And if you're just like me, we want to make sure that we try to buy as local as available. In this picture here, we have some aluminum coated sawhorses that they use to hold the table up. And I thought that this was really interesting with these coated aluminum sawhorses because they're going to be non-porous, which are going to be great. And they're easy to fold up and just put away when you don't need your workstation to be out. So let's look at the layout of this, and I'll show you the full layout, but I want to explain it piece by piece as we move along. So what we do is we're going to follow the numbers here. So in number 1, this is an area right here, and it's all made of PVC pipe as well as 16 gauge vinyl coated wire fencing. Lots of things that we can just buy at the regular store down the road. Easy to put together, lots of good plans and directions. So this table 1 is separate from table 2 here. So table 1 is where you're going to bring in your produce that's going to be dirty. You have to have a place where you're actually going to put it. You definitely don't want to put it onto the ground. It's just going to be very simple for you to put that there. And this is an area where we consider it a pre-wash. You can do some minor washing here if you so choose, but this is really where the dirty produce, so to speak, coming out of your fields will be here on table 1. On table 2, when you're ready to start washing, go ahead and move this to table 2, and then you can start using your hose and water to rinse off a lot of that soil and debris that might be on that produce. Then we're going to go ahead and we can move it, and you can see here's the dirty one, here's the clean where you can start cleaning. But there's also an area that's going to be raised up a little bit if this is something you so choose. It's an upper rack. So things such as like lettuce or cabbage that might be more of a rounded type of a product. You could put that on the top, and you can actually hose it down from the top as well as from underneath to try to get some of that debris off of that produce before you move it further down the line. Then you want to take that product and you want to dunk it into these tubs And the tubs are going to have specific types of cleaners and sanitizers in them to make sure that you get any of that potential microbial growth that could be on the produce off and keep it clean and sanitize the produce itself. We also want to make sure that we use this vinyl gauge here so that the water can drip and we don't have it pooling on the top of that surface. So here we have number 4 and number 5 on our drawing. We'll see that again. So this is actually your wash line. So you're going to have 3 tubs there. One is going to be a first dunk, a second dunk, and a third dunk of our produce. You can get a wire basket to put inside of these tubs, such as like a laundry basket where there's holes in it. If need be, you can drill holes, additional holes in the bottom of that laundry basket. But after you kind of do a hose wash off to get the debris off of the produce, you can go ahead and put it into that laundry basket. You can dunk it in the first tub here, pull it up, let the water drain from it, then go on to the yellow tub and dunk it in there. And then you can go ahead and third time and put it into that green bucket, which is going to be the final rinse with that sanitizer. So it's really cool that we have the red, the yellow, and the green for the tubs here. So this means that this is going to be the dirtiest. And then it's going to go to a medium where it's going to be cleaner. And then the green is where it's going to have that final sanitizing rinse to make sure that that produce is clean. So again, here is the final tub where we're going to have that laundry basket go into and allow it to drip dry. So here it is in a way that you can actually see it put together. So the dirty, bring it over here and you can hose it off. You could put it up here, also hose it from the top, the sides, and the bottom. You can see a little laundry basket inside of the red tub. So that's going to be your dirty, which is going to have most of the debris that hasn't come off with the hose in the number 4 tub, the red one. Then you'll pull it up, let it drip, put it into the yellow tub, which is going to be the intermediate, pull it up, let it drip, put it into what is considered the clean tub and the final step. That's going to be as far as sanitizing. And then I'd like to let you know that Cornell University, which is where I have most of this information in this short little video, with the full plans, with every piece that you need to actually construct this table, to use it as a wash table for your produce. And the PDF is located here. It's about 10 pages long, has some great information, step-by-step pictures, lots of directions, tells you exactly what to do. Very easy, very simple to put together. The Leopold Center for Sustainable Agriculture at Iowa State University also has full plans, and this is going to be more of a permanent type of a structure where you'll have your produce, you can bring it in, have your wash with a hose, rinse it off, put it into the first, second, and third phase of dunking that produce to remove all of the debris. Then after you rinse it, then you can go ahead and put it into your packing crates or however you're going to actually sell that produce. So the Leopold Center full plans is just like the one from Cornell where it's going to have full plans. I believe this is also a 10-page publication. They have pictures that are going to be there so you can see exactly what they're talking about. Has a full list of all the different pieces that you can purchase, how to construct it and actually put it together. So as a small scale producer, you don't have to have something that's very extravagant to wash your produce. Something as simple as either one of these 2 designs would be perfect for you to start in your business.